Good evening, I'm your guest host, Christine Chang. Welcome to Arts District on Rocky Mountain PBS. We love art in Colorado, and we've got the numbers to prove it. In fact, new reports from the U.S. Bureau of Economic Analysis and the National Endowment for the Arts give Colorado's creative industries credit for bringing in more than $13 billion to the state's economy. That's more than either mining or transportation. And now you can set out to explore creative districts in West Central Colorado all in one trip. There's a brand new 331-mile route of engaging experiences taking you through one of our state's less populated regions. Arts District producer Kate Fredoni gives us a peek.
The growth of Colorado's economy is based more in innovation than ever before, with 70% of adults in the state engaged in some kind of creative pursuit. That's #1 in the nation. As cities expand, rural areas are also finding new ways to celebrate their uniqueness. Urban or rural, Margaret Hunt from Colorado Creative Industries says artistry is in our civic DNA.
It's a really important industry for the state, and the data is beginning to validate that. We define the creative industries really quite broadly. Everything from architecture to design arts to clothing design and manufacturing, electronic arts. Things made by hand or made in the mind.
CCI has a variety of initiatives, including grants for artists and nonprofits, and advancing affordable live and workspace for creatives statewide. They've also designated 21 creative districts. These are geographic areas recognized for attracting artists and enhancing economic and civic capital.
This program started in 2012. 2 districts were immediately certified because they had been doing this work for many years, and that was the Arts District on Santa Fe Drive here in Denver and the Salida Creative District. We're seeing that people are running for public office in support of that vision for a creative district and for creative sector employment.
Everything Salida, I am a huge fan of it. When your elected officials, when your leaders are proponents and enthusiasts and even participants in anything going on, it certainly helps. The arts economy in Salida was one of the key factors in the revitalization of Salida. Tourism is a huge piece of the arts economy here. Obviously, there's 5,500 people that live in town. The folks that live here certainly consume as much art as they can, but there's a limited amount that they can.
Tourism is one of the most powerful drivers of Colorado's economy. Since 2016, Colorado marked its 6th consecutive year of record-setting growth for visitation. We think that tourism is incredibly important to rural areas of our state. We are able to provide up to $25,000 worth of a matching grant for tourism partners around the state to use for marketing purposes. The Colorado Creative Corridor Group was one of those applicants, and they received a grant through this program. It was a great regional collaboration between Carbondale, Delta with Paonia, Ridgeway, Salida, and Crested Butte. All those wonderful creative districts pulled together a new experience for travelers so that they can easily follow along this 331-mile trail that goes through these wonderful rural towns in Colorado.
There used to be these kind of driving tours through Colorado where you could go visit hot springs, right? Or back in the mining days, there were tours for the mining towns where they would have performances, right? And so thinking about that, we thought, what if we were to put together tours of creative districts? And this group of 5 creative districts, who are all very different, decided that they wanted to try this effort first.
And not only are these communities united by their creative district designation, but they're also united by just being really wonderful small town Colorado places to be. You can get anything from going to a museum or an art fair to visiting a farm taking a cheese making class or a fiber art class, or going to a craft brewery, visiting a local restaurant, doing goat yoga.
People come to Colorado, they often will travel throughout the state, and there's a million different things to do, but art is a really kind of unifying piece of that. The creative districts are wildly different. Going out and checking out the different ones and comparing them, and it's just a really cool thing to do. You really kind of tap into the soul of the community when you do that. If you're going from one of these creative districts to another, you're probably in between driving through some of the most beautiful country on earth, and so you get a little Mother Nature art between the human art. I can't imagine a better way to spend your time.
You can see more from artists within each of Colorado's creative districts by visiting infusion5.com. And to plan your next Colorado travel trip, including the Creative Corridor Loop, visit colorado.com.